Thank you for the wins you earned. I hope it all come back in return. I'm barely holding, that's the truth. Still wishing the best for you. Here and now I'm in emotion. Here and now I keep it open. Going up against the weight of time. Still moving forward, still hoping. I've been quiet in the meantime. Smiling in the frame, bleeding in my mind. Asking how you doing, knowing I'm not fine, but I don't.
Based Fell Runner #1, how you doing, homie? Good to see you. Good to see you.
How to sink and still stay proud. Life get heavy, people move around. I still clap when you make it out.
Yes, Jeb. Yes, good to see you. We are going to get a little drama slop today. But that's going to be after we, you know, read a little bit. So we'll get there. We'll get to our drama slop. It's happening today, I'll tell you that much. Ooh. Oh, Jesus Christ, there was a shooting in a Rhode Island youth hockey game. That's terrible. Terrible. What up, Beef? How you doing? How you doing? Good to see you. Terrible. Terrible. Very sad. Go ahead and end this music. But good to see everybody. Hope you're all doing well. We'll go ahead and get started. And then we'll push into some of the drama slop afterwards. First thing, I think one of the most important things to read about is that the government shutdown is still pretty strong. There's no clear path to ending it, it looks like. That's how it goes. So it says, lawmakers and the White House offered no signs of compromise Sunday in their battle over oversight of federal immigration officers that has led to a pause in funding for the Department of Homeland Security. Partial government shutdown began Saturday after congressional Democrats and President DT's team failed to reach a deal on legislation to fund the department through September. Democrats are demanding changes how immigration operations are conducted after Pretty and Good by Minneapolis. And that was all in January. Holy fuck. That's actually crazy to think about. Like, both of those happened in January. I think one was like right at the beginning, Renee Good, and then right towards the end was Pretty. Just holy shit. Crazy stuff. Congress is on recess until February 23rd, and both sides appear dug into their positions. This impact affects agencies such as the Transportation Security Administration, the FEMA, U.S. Coast Guard, Secret Service, then ICE, and then CBP. Basically, I think that the Democrats are probably like morally in the right to be like saying, hey, look, we're not gonna, you know, support ICE or CBP. I mean, they're exercising their power as they should, as you know, the fucking members of Congress finally exercising power. It's base. They should do it more. And they should do it better. But hey, we'll take what we can get. You know, we'll take what we can get. Sorry, I'm moving myself around and I'm making myself a little bigger for when we get to the fun drama slop content. I'm very excited. We don't normally do drama slop around here, so you know. Well, what is up, Grill Shala? Is there no class tonight, brother? No class tonight, brother. Or does it start at 7:30 and so you get like 10 minutes with me because I started early? Either way, good to see you, man. Good to see you. About 90% of DHS employees were continuing to work during the shutdown, but do so without pay, and missed paychecks could mean financial hardships. There were 43. That's the crazy thing. Sorry for yawning. Like 43-day government shutdown last year was really crazy. I had President's Day off too, Jeb Kush. It was pretty fantastic. It's pretty great. White House Borders Czar Tom Homan said the administration was unwilling to agree to Democrats' demands that federal officers clearly identify themselves. I feel like that's just so easy, though. Like, you know, feds should identify themselves, remove mastering operations, and display their ID numbers. I got high and did a bunch of cleaning. Based. It is almost, and this is something I might actually, I'm going to implore for help. So, we are coming, no class tonight. Apparently President's Day closes schools now. I didn't know until after I drove there and the doors were locked. That would have been nice to know prior. Why didn't they say anything? That's fucking weird. Anyway, so Wednesday, is the start of Lent. That is the Roman Catholic tradition, and I think maybe other places do it too. But basically, you give up something for 40 days. Your boy is going to go all out tomorrow, and maybe if I can swing it with work and everything, get some weed, and then starting Wednesday, gonna stop smoking, walk more, do all that stuff for about 40 days. See how I do. Be a long tea break, should be nice. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, if you boys could support me with your energy, prayers, whatever, it'd be awesome. Continuing. I don't like the mask either, said Homan, but Homan, you're okay. But he said, but these men and women have to protect themselves. They're federal officers. They have, like, the monopoly on power. You don't have to worry about that if you have the fucking monopoly on power, right? And I think these two next demands by the Democrats are also very chill, requiring immigration agents to wear body cameras and mandate judicial warrants for arrests on private property. Fourth Amendment, and then, well, I should say body cameras are just good practice. And then Fourth Amendment is pretty based and should be followed, but whatever. Chuck Schumer said Democrats are only asking for federal agents to abide by the rules followed by law enforcement agencies around the country, which is true. That's really, honestly, I feel like that's all that's being asked for. I don't think most beat cops are allowed to walk around with without identification. So the fact that ICE is doing that is very spooky. Ooh, I don't know why I'm yawning so much. Jeez. Okay, that should be it. I should be good now. The question that Americans are asking is, why are Republicans going along with these common sense proposals? Schumer said they're not crazy. They're not way out. They're what every police department in America does, which is true. So Mark Wayne Mullen from Oklahoma said he could back Democrats' calls to equip immigration officers with body cameras and would support efforts to bolster training, but he balked at their demands that federal officers remove masks and clearly identify themselves, which I don't get, noting some officers taking part in immigration enforcement operations have faced doxing and other harassment. You're a fucking cop, dude. If somebody doxes you, just tell your cop buddies. You're good. I don't get that. I don't think that that's as important. But whatever. Excuse me. Oof. Well, I love it. I love it. What are you gonna do? Expose their faces so you can intimidate their families? Mullins said, what we want is ICE to be able to do their job, and we love for local law enforcement and for states to cooperate with us. So, like, why are you going to? Why is it like? Why would you go to intimidating the families when it's just more like having masked officers is kind of cringe and bad and we shouldn't have it, but whatever. Hey, what's up?
I just came in.
Oh, cool.
Ready.
You're doing a good job so far, I think. Proud of you. Oh, and my wife, her friends, and I were doing a step count challenge. I am far below perfect voice to walk to. I know, right? That's what it sounds like. I know. It's the perfect voice. What can I say, Connor? What can I say? Yeah.
He walking?
Yeah, he's walking. He just said perfect voice to walk to.
Oh, stop.
Connor, I support you. I support your walking. All right. I support your walking king. You are a walking king. But Jeb Kush said, I got a text this morning, but I checked my calendar and I'm a yapper. So it came up in convos. I work during spring break though, but I get paid to work during spring break. Yeah, if you're getting paid to work, that's one thing. I'm actually on the couch eating pizza. Well, you know, you have just sent Rachel and Katie both into a tizzy. It sounds like he's just on the couch eating pizza. Walking a little bit. The Dow 50 though right now, bro. Bro, who even cares about the rest of this shit, bro? The Dow is good. Don't you know that's all that matters? It's just the Dow. The Dow is literally all that matters, guys. Yeah, so basically, like, I think that probably the idea of stopping at least some DHS funding is probably for the best, especially if DHS is not willing to comply with what they want, so, or what Democrats want, and if you know, they can do that, I think that's good. I would also like to see them do something about the SAVE Act, because I don't necessarily like that either. Everything I've been reading about that makes me go, Makes me go bad face, not good face. Bud123, what up, what up? I just got back from the grocery store and the gym base. Did back, biceps, and shoulder day. I did less sets of curls than last time. 12 total. 6 of both incline regular and incline hammer curls. Based, man, based. Well, that sounds like a good time. So real quick, let me shout out the video we're going to watch today. So this is going to be a shout out to, I think he's a relatively new creator in like the drama kind of sphere, Nicandros. Nicandros. I've heard his name a couple times. Of course, the one who really made all this shine out to me was Nicholas Diorio. Watched his video, thought it was pretty good, and decided that I wanted to watch at least parts of it. We'll probably skip around to some parts of it because there are some parts that are worse than others, right? I guess is like a real quick kind of my summary of it all. Basically, this NUX TAKU guy created environments in which children could very easily like find themselves harmed, be it sexually or in some cases physically. And instead of owning up to it, the reason why this is political is because instead of owning up to it, he's kind of just like shifted to like kind of a right-wing grift. And I think that's very interesting. And I think that it also goes to show that there are probably a lot of people. I mean, there are of course people on the left who grift, but the right-wing grift seems to be very popular, and it seems to be a really easy turn for a lot of people who have done like pretty bad things. Really, the big reason why I kind of want to watch this video is because we're going to watch it partially just because it's good content. And then the other part is because we're going to be seeing a lot of like, because there's a second part that's going to come to the video, or that's going to come out apparently allegedly sometime per Nicandros. And whenever that does happen, it's going to be focusing more on like the right-wing grift part. So I want us to have like a pretty good background of who this character is, and before we get to the, I guess, more actual politics stuff that'll come later, because that video hasn't been updated or hasn't been uploaded. But allegedly it was made, and this video was cut and chopped in order to post on, like, this is the biggest hater shit, by the way, I've ever heard in my life. This video was posted 5 days ago, which I think was NUX TAKU's fucking birthday. So this dude like made this entire video and then purposely cut off like the last 25 minutes of it just to post on the fucking birthday. That's so foul. That's crazy. But anyway, we'll go ahead and get started.
I'm Nicandros. This is Tectone, a guy who used to follow 900 hentai accounts on Twitter. When likes were still public, people found out that Tectone had liked an animation depicting a Genshin Impact character called Venti getting their back door blown wide open by a BB Hilichurl C. For context, Venti is an effeminate male character with the body of a 15-year-old boy.
What the fuck? Okay, so starting off strong here with just absolute degeneracy. I kind of forgot Tectone was in this video at all, I'm going to be honest. Because he's not a good guy. He's under a lot of his own controversy right now, so we'll see how this goes.
Tectone has a history of jerking it to gay porn involving 15-year-old boys. This is more speculative, but photographic evidence suggests that Tectone lives by the slogan.
I got flashbang. Let me scroll back so we can read those. I can't believe I have to read these out.
For context, Venti is an effeminate male character with the body of a 15-year-old boy.
That's fucking
so
crazy.
Tectone has a
What
history
side of the
of
internet I don't hang out in. This is like the right-wing grifter side. So this was like right-wing grifter 9/11.
jerking it to gay porn involving.
So this says day 142. Please make a gender-bent Venti skin so he could be best boy and best girl. Hashtag Genshin Impact. That was in 2021.
15-year-old boys.
And then later that year, I see Venti's trending, so I'll once again say his ass got no business being that fat. This is from Tectone, everybody. Tectone, I don't even know what to call him, man. He's just a grifter. The only thing worse than the influencers in Austin are the food truck
This
prices.
is more speculative, but photographic evidence.
I have no idea what that's right, or what those prices are like, so consider me a dancing Israeli in that case.
Suggests that
Holy fuck. That's terrible. You can't say that. You can't say that, Fellrunner. You can't say that. I mean, you just did. It's fine, but that's funny as fuck.
Tectone lives by the slogan, "He who beats it, eats it." In case you don't know what that means, now you might be disgusted by it.
That's got to be fake, right? right? That's got to be fake. That just made me like throw up in my mouth a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Nicandros, great job. I'm already feeling like I'm gonna puke my guts out.
But given Tektone's physiology,
Venti is trending because of the Brett Cooper incel red pill Discord. The birth rate is never coming back. True.
that's actually a very impressive feat.
Is that all?
Me when I show her my penis, I'm 6'8". I don't know why I would lie about that. My penis.
So I think this is, I don't know what that has to do with any of what we're talking about here. Oh, it's to slot in, right, that this dude Tektone and fucking Asmongold all like hung out and support like NUX TAKU. This was just like a total aside about Nicandros.
My response was not the most charismatic one.
Thumbnail. These ideas don't come to me on a consistent basis, but it'd be fun to try. Oof. Oof. Okay. Like, but what is this? It just has nothing to do with, though, like the actual
He
guy.
never actually intended to hire me. That was merely a stunt he did for his livestream. Given his recent defending of Tektone, it was probably for the best. As a Forbes magazine featured commentator, I can't be associating with people like this.
Wait a minute. This dude on fucking... This was from Forbes. What the fuck? Mere, oh man. I don't know how to describe this. Basically, we're talking about a real piece of shit. We're just gonna kind of watch a video and commentate over it a little bit. We'll see how it goes. Might be a little bit more chill of a night. Yeah. So this, the tweet says, I'm highly amused by the notion that Hassan Piker would have a bespoke button installed onto his desk to abuse his dog. This is blame Israel, I think, and then shock dog. That's so fucking funny.
However, this video isn't about Asmongold or Tektone. It's about the rumors circulating NUX TAKU.
The amount of misinformation put out on this guy is insane. I mean, dude, I get told that Nux is a pedophile daily. And I'm like, brother.
Why would you hang out with somebody who is called a pedophile daily? That just seems like a bad idea, right? Am I crazy here? Would you not just go like, hey, I don't think I'm going to hang out with you if people call you that daily? Like maybe you need to, I don't know, reevaluate something. It's weird. I don't like it. It's weird.
What the fuck are you talking about? Nux has always been good to me, and I'm a guy who's always going to have the back of my friends. However, I will also be the first guy to hold my friends accountable.
We'll see about that. But why would anyone say that NUX TAKU lusts after children? I have my own criticisms of the guy, but he's a very religious man.
We got to stand up and fight for God. We were living in a
Wait a minute. This dude
in a world of like unbelievable hedonism that just kept ramping up higher and higher and higher, you know? Higher and higher, more and more hedonism and secularism and
this fucking anime PFP avatar bullshit, all right? This guy is very rich. It's very rich coming from this specimen.
It completely took over, and this is an unbelievable conversation that's being had right now.
He speaks out against hedonism and degeneracy.
It's not surprising that people that are based purely on hedonism, that they think you could fuck everything that moves, they think that sex should be publicized and taught to little babies and children, teaching them to change.
So for me, because I've seen this video before, it's really frustrating because everything this dude is talking about right now, it's just
their genders and shit like that.
He's against sex being taught to young children and little babies. He hasn't always been open about his religious beliefs, but he has a long history of criticizing the Twitch platform for making adult content available to minors.
Twitch can't decide whether they want to be a 13+ gaming website or an 18+ porn website. Twitch wants to rate.
So like his big idea, right? NUX TAKU's big thing was, oh my god, there's so much degeneracy. This is so terrible. Yada yada yada. It's so fucking bad. It's awful. And it was just holy shit. So like he's talking about all this degeneracy and stuff, and the Twitch stuff around then was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. It was a lot of half-naked lady streamers and stuff. And on a children's website especially, that's not good. It's no bueno.
In all that advertiser bucks for being a 13+ gaming website.
But there's a reason why and beyond the fact that this dude is cringe as fuck, there's a reason why this is really fucky-wucky.
With Shadowman or a desire to work with him.
Specifically-
I mean, look
The idea that this guy was the one calling anything out.
at the timeline. We're supposed to believe that 3 days after catfishing predators, TAKU was trying to get on Shadowman's good side. It is such easily debunkable nonsense. This whole controversy was just an offshoot of the early Mr. Beast drama, when Ava Chris Tyson's fandom of Shadowman was exposed. TAKU was among the people calling her out on it, but also for running a
I'd like to apologize, but they not like us, said NUX.
Discord server where NSFW content was available to minors. Despite his consistent, long-term opposition to children being exposed to adult content, and criticism of multiple creators who have blurred the line between adults and children, TAKU continues to be smeared as some kind of pedophile because of his old videos.
My videos were showing people weird shit that came out of Japan to get funny reactions. And I do this
He is underselling what his videos were by a significant margin.
day. Do not think that they were harmful videos. I don't.
It really isn't necessary, but let's take a look at one of those.
Well, Weld, I'm glad everything worked out for Baby Weld, and that's a really sucky experience, but, you know, once you go through it, you end up feeling a little bit better, you know? Maybe.
Examples. If we go to May of 2021, a couple months after releasing the song about Twitch, and
Oh, that's fair.
a few months before the Shadman collab request, he released this video. It's about TAKU reviewing the old comics made by the author of the Nagatoro manga. It's a romantic comedy about the titular Nagatoro, a high school junior. I know a little trick for looking up the old thumbnails of videos on the Internet Archive, and the thumbnail of this video used to look like this.
Holy
Nagatoro
shit.
taking off her panties. This isn't the second version.
That's fucked. So again, this is a guy who is talking all about how bad and, you know, degeneracy is. He made a whole song about how the degeneracy on Twitch was too much, but here he is doing all this shit. Let me see if I can find. I shouldn't keep
This is
watching,
the
it's pretty
third
bad.
version. Here is the second version.
What the
Nagatoro completely naked, and there's some kind of a chimpanzee behind her.
But she's sitting here in the forest, and all of a sudden,
This is honestly, it makes me uncomfortable. It makes me uncomfortable. This dude is a fucking freak.
TAKU started
And like, honestly, that's what he started. So this guy started out as somebody who just like watched anime and talked about anime and shit, which is like fine. It's very whatever. But then it just got it got way out of hand.
out as an anime YouTuber in 2015. He grew slowly and steadily, but in late 2019, everything changed. Jeffrey Epstein died in prison. Excuse me, 2 weeks after that.
I also made a video on YouTube that has since been removed, the biggest flexes in hentai. And the degeneracy began from there.
In the video, TAKU reviews and recommends 10 hentai animations,
Which is
7
insane.
of which were
This dude already at this point has been established as a creator, and he's doing this.
categorized as lolly, meaning they contained
But guess what, guys? It gets worse.
underage characters.
And this bad boy, very not chill stepfather, has a very not chill relationship with stepdaughter. Again, most people would think this is weird, but hentai clearly knows better.
He was already showing adult content to a 13+ audience, and giving them advice on how to find adult content online.
The reason why I bring it up here is because without putting text on the screen is nearly impossible to remember. Therefore, since the plot, and it's a goddamn plot, deep thematic and philosophical undertones here, I believe anyone who wanted to search this bad boy up without said title, because I was a douche for not putting it on screen, would just simply look up time stop hentai. Far easier than...
That's just insane. Like, again, he's doing this also specifically like for like children too. Like you'll
Very
see.
understandable. A lot of y'all sent me screenshots on Twitter, link to my Twitter in the description, of the top recommended searches on the hub of prawn. And lo and behold, much to my surprise, WTF fanbase, one of the top hits is Time Stop Hentai. And it stayed like that for 3 goddamn days immediately after me uploading my biggest flex as an hentai video. Now that is the biggest flex in hentai.
Again, this is somebody who it talks about how gross and how, like, you know, sex is so flippant, how we're losing our moral values, how the right is the only way to find their moral values, and he made a meme of himself doing the fucking bro hand with Pornhub. I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, honestly, we might do a left field here because I'm just... The more I watch, the more disgusted I am.
Hentai.
At the time, these videos earned him a massive amount of attention. The first video got 500,000 views, and its many sequels were even more successful, with the
Bro made sequels.
whole series garnering a total of 5 million views.
5 million fucking people. Probably young children, based on his demographics.
One of
But
them
hey,
was even
man,
sponsored
it's chill.
by an adult game platform. Because these videos were far more TOS risky than his usual content, TAKU would soon delete them after uploading to avoid moderation consequences.
The greatest plots in hentai too! Yes, this video will be deleted soon after uploading for the sake of my channel's survival, but a promise is a promise,
So, like, he knows what he's doing is bad. He knows what he's doing is wrong, but he continues to do it. And this is all, you know, weird in one way. But what about when we find things getting a little more weird? Because it's not just, hey, you're making videos on this shit and you're not talking to your fans. But, hey, what about when you're, like, in chat rooms with your fans being fucking weird?
TAKU wasn't only exposing his audience to adult content, he was directing them to it. Leaving the titles of these adult animations visible on screen was not an oversight or an accident.
I love how people ask me for the sauce. I have the title in the screen, people. That's why I don't make them full screen, so you can always find the sauce.
The source, or the source, being the origin of the adult content. Whenever he showed porn in his videos or thumbnails, the comments were full of requests for the source. Some would name the artist or name the individual work. Others would even post direct links, most of which have been automatically deleted. Some of them still remain, linking to an image tagged with lolly and imminent rape, because TAKU used it in his thumbnail. TAKU would sometimes pin these source posts, encouraging...
Like, this is a dude who started by doing anime reviews. He started by doing anime reviews, garnering a young audience. And then this is what he's doing.
These ecosystems of porn sharing in his comments. He's actually acknowledged this phenomenon in his videos.
Half my comment section in the previous episode of the Hentai Gang was all about, where can I find this door one?
Alright, so...
It really isn't hard to find.
Okay, Charlie.
Yeah, it's super easy to find if you just type in, like...
Very cool, Charlie.
Comes up almost immediately, because I didn't remember the name during the episode. That's all I typed in and found it in almost instantly.
Thanks for the instructions on how to find that hentai comic online.
Not really aging well there.
As you can see, talking about, exhibiting, and directing people to adult media was a core part of NUX's content, and the community around it. Now, YouTube is again a 13+ website, just like Twitch. So, TAKU was making this content available to minors. But did it appeal to them? You've seen enough of his presentation to know that his audience was hardly above the age of 18. If you're putting on this kind of PewDiePie voice, you're not looking for an adult audience. Given his previous focus on anime, TAKU's audience would already trend towards being pretty young, but it wasn't young enough. He would imitate the thumbnail style of channels like Game Theory, which is very popular with children, and make lots of other content trying to attract MatPat's attention. He eventually succeeded and collaborated with not just MatPat, but also PewDiePie and Markiplier. Except he didn't. These are just misleading clickbait thumbnails. However, if you were a fan of one of these massive channels with very young audiences, and you were tricked into clicking on one of these videos, your recommendations would fill up with stuff like this. This combo of factors that would drive this content to a young audience would not be complete without TAKU's favorite rule, that being Rule 34.
And if you're not familiar with the term Rule 34, it's a term and website talking about how if anything exists, there is porn of it.
TAKU being obsessed with it is a meme by itself. He was making videos about Pokemon, anime, and other children's IPs while using Rule 34 of them as clickbait, or as the subject of the entire video.
That's insane. That is fucking insane. I understand YouTube is a big platform. They have a lot of people going, you know, a lot of shit going on, but like just that in and of itself should probably be like ban worthy, you know? Like you have somebody who like says, yeah, I'm, you know, trying to skirt around YouTube filters by uploading risque videos and deleting them immediately or after like a day or whatever, so that way YouTube doesn't find them. They don't strike my channel. But like you're uploading something you know is wrong. If I were to do that, you know, let's say I booted up Cyberpunk and just stared at the jiggly titty for a while, I don't think anybody would be okay with that. Oh, let me see that DM. Thank you very much, sir. I would still bury him if she asked because you made her cry. Aw, I'd like to cause him pain to man. Aw. Aw, that's fair. I'm glad it worked out. I mean, it's better now than them being like married for 5 years or something, you know? So just knows that for the next one, gotta be better. Next one's gotta be better. Yeah, hope Baby Weld feels good soon.
The most popular video on his second channel was a reaction to a viral Animal Crossing adult animation with very minimal censorship. There are small blurs around the genital areas, but you could still make out what's going on.
So he's like speaking over the thing, trying to like, oh, I'm the censor. My head is the this is just fucking foul.
What implication? And what's funny about it? When this animation came out, it became a viral meme, and a bunch of kids on TikTok were, as TAKU says, doing the things or doing the dance. In other words, publishing media of themselves for anyone in the world to see, in which they are replicating moves from an adult animation they had been exposed to. Very
Which is why this shit's like fucked up and bad, and why you probably shouldn't just keep talking about it.
Understandably, some people consider this to be a risk to those children's safety.
This is currently the most concerning trend on TikTok.
Is it really the most concerning trend on TikTok? There's literally a trend right now called devious licks, where
The whataboutism started so early, dog. Holy fuck. Oh my god, I hate it so much. It's so fucking stupid too, because it's so easy. It's like, yeah, okay, sure, both things are bad. Both things are bad, there you go. Okay, now contend with my thing. That thing's bad too. I'm not talking about my
people
thing.
break into schools or are in schools and steal stuff, like hand sanitizer.
How often does that actually happen though? I'm pretty sure I might have like taught like right after the devious licks phase, and it was never that bad. There were some dumb kids who tried to do dumb shit, but even when I was student teaching, it was never that bad.
And fire alarms and toilet seats. They just rip them off the toilets. That is a trend on TikTok right now. But no, this is the most disturbing trend on TikTok. All right, dude.
What's worse? Children being at risk of being exploited, or children stealing toilet seats?
More and more TikTokers have started to recreate that dance, and it's got people concerned. Basically, a lot of people are afraid that the dance is going to get really popular, and kids are going to start coming on the app and doing it and get targeted by predators.
No one's afraid of that. All right, maybe I'm not around TikTok enough, and I don't understand it.
But she's a contributing member of society, but I don't like her being where I can't protect her. Well, I mean, that's one of those things, though, you know? You give up a little bit of control, and you hope for the best for your people, and that's all you can do. You raised her right, obviously. She knows she can go to you guys if she needs anything. What more could you ask for?
Ecosystem, but I don't think that people are afraid of kids being targeted by predators because they're doing a dance, okay? Kids are targeted by predators on TikTok for freaking breathing crooked. I don't think this dance is gonna push anyone over the edge, but that's just me.
A child that is publicly self-reporting as having been exposed to adult content is absolutely more likely to be targeted. It means that their internet access is unrestricted and likely unsupervised. They're an easy target.
So if you happen to see any kids on your For You page doing this dance, please nicely encourage them to stop.
Nicely encourage them to stop is just sending hate mobs in nicer words.
This guy could be a total grifter in his own right, but nothing about what he's saying here should be controversial. It's basic common sense.
He could be a grifter. The seashell necklace, that's very 2000s frat boy coded, so
Sense internet child safety, but TAKU takes it as some existential threat, which makes sense when you think about what he's doing for 2 seconds. He's regularly uploading content sexualizing children's cartoon characters onto a 13+ platform, characters designed to appeal to children, and more likely to be recommended to children. If you look at this video's comments, you see dozens of children explicitly reporting their ages, many of them being under 13. These are not adults pretending to be children as a joke. I've seen what's on their channels. They are uploading videos of themselves onto their channels, and then leaving public comments under TAKU's videos for anyone in the world to see. There are thousands of comments like this scattered all over.
like it's genuinely insane. It's
the
genuinely
TAKU's backlog.
insane.
Some new, some old, but many of them are from children who are still minors. TAKU obviously doesn't directly control who watches his videos, or what they upload onto their channels, but he was choosing to upload this content onto a 13+ platform where it was available to children. If you make content about sex and porn available to children, you're gonna receive comments about sex and porn from children. If you look at the audience retention graph, you can see that barely anyone is watching this video for TAKU's commentary. All of the attention is hyper-focused on the segment where the adult animation is shown. Who do you think is watching it over and over again? Any adult could just go and watch the uncensored animation elsewhere. However, to the children who cannot access adult websites, this is the most easily available and the least censored version of the animation that they can find. Here is a comment from a child saying that they can't access the uncensored animation because of parental controls. This child's parents did not want them to be exposed to this kind of media, but TAKU's content enabled it to happen anyway. TAKU knows that YouTube doesn't want that content on its platform, and he was actively reverse engineering the site's moderation in order to continue uploading this content without getting age restricted. He was so successful at it that even if you enable restricted mode and the parental control filters, videos like this would still be visible on his channel.
So that says cropped porn. There's literally a cock in frame and cropped porn.
With the same video, where
So that's like fucking insane. This guy has legitimately like gone through and made turning children onto porn like a just a fucking side hustle. Like this is just his hustle now, I guess. And like now he's, you know, prophetizing and moralizing and shit. It's just fucking foul. Yeah, Beef, that's what all of this has been about. This dude has essentially, like, this fucking NUX TAKU guy has essentially gamified YouTube for him to be like a place where he can just... What is Nux doing? Nux is doing a lot. He's doing too much. He's doing too much. He's basically providing like pornography to minors because he's showing like these very loosely cropped or uncropped or unedited like videos and photos, and like his comment section is just filled with like, you know, I'm 11 and this was cool, or I'm 9 and I couldn't find this anywhere else. It's just like, yes. Well, it's hentai and it's art.
TAKU was shitting on this guy for caring too much about child safety he was contributing to and profiting from.
To clarify, TAKU was profiting from content that was contributing to the issue and Mr. TikTok was raising awareness of, which is that in this case, what was going on was that there was some like video that was some kind of sex thing, some weird thing that went around Twitter, gained popularity, but like drawn yeah, I mean, it's not, I don't think it's like, you know, kids stuff. I mean, it's like maybe there's like lolly or something, I don't know. We'll watch the video.
All of the issues that
it's like drawn penises, all that stuff.
Guy was raising awareness of.
All right, Mr. Noah, I don't...
Okay, so basically, throughout the video, what we're seeing is that this NUX TAKU guy is essentially going on to these... What he's doing is he's creating content that can be consumed in such a way that if you are underage and you have parental blocks on your Wi-Fi or whatever, you can still see the good bits of whatever weird fucking thing you want to see. But it's on YouTube, and essentially he's gamified YouTube in such a way that like he doesn't have to worry about censors or anything, or if, you know, it's a really risque video, he leaves it up for like 5, 10, however many hours and then takes it down so it doesn't get fucking pinged. But that's not even the worst of it. We are very close to the worst of it. And that's gonna be his Discord server. Where's a link to an example? I got kids, yo. I mean, just the whole fucking NUX TAKU channel. Like, I mean, just look at his shit. But so like, essentially, we're going through right now is like, this is all of this bit is like how he's trying to appeal to children. Yeah, definitely. I would 100% blacklist this dude. He is, especially like a billion times yes. If you're into anime or your kids are into anime, he might pop up in the recommendations. There's a very good chance that he will. So like, make sure.
No,
if you see like this creepy little fucking PFP. I've seen a vid or two of his. I haven't seen porn, but he's walking a line. I mean, he's been walking a line like for a while. I think most of his stuff that gets really popular isn't necessarily that stuff. Right now, it's been like his political takes. But like he's a fucking weird degenerate, bro. This dick, yeah, this
John
dick, bro.
316, my man. He's a man of the people. This dude, this absolute legend. I didn't even notice that before. Don't quote Bible verses in your bio, dude. What? John 3:16.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
For God so loved the world that he gave his own forgotten son, that whoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. All right, gamers. Yeah, all right. If I see that in the bio, I'm gonna... All right, dude.
Fighting for God was not the moneymaker for NUX TAKU at the time. The real moneymaker was running Rule 34 tournaments and networking with massive creators.
What I did today is I gathered 8 YouTubers, put them in a tournament bracket format, and had them battle it out, where they each select different fictional characters, and based on the amount of entries they have on Rule 34, they are stronger choices.
Not only are these videos just flagrant celebrations of degeneracy and hedonism.
You know what makes me really uncomfortable about this? Is the fact that we know that NUX is making this video while having a massive erection.
Yes!
They are entirely based around the promotion of an explicit adult website full of adult content of children's characters. The website appreciated the attention and promoted NUX TAKU's videos in exchange.
My last video that like I used...
So like, again, this guy is literally like being promoted by porn sites for being a sick fucking freak. But don't worry, it gets worse.
Rule 34, they actually posted my video on the homepage of the website, so in their honor, you know.
If you want to do these competitions with your adult friends, that's totally fine. What isn't fine is uploading these competitions onto a 13+ platform, in which you're promoting an adult website full of thousands of images sexualizing children's cartoon characters. Because of its animated nature, hentai is already much less intimidating to children than photographic adult content. If you're also using characters that are designed to appeal to children, are already familiar to children, and are attached to brands that the algorithm will push to children.
It's just like every once in a while he'll go through something and go, and you know, like this one up here, here's a hentai. And then it's like the Amazing Digital Circus, and then saw canceled, and then here's one here, I think. My chat forced me to watch hentai gamers. I don't think this is like
children.
It's
you
all
are
throughout.
basically maximizing the potential of your content
It's
to
insane.
introduce children to adult media at even younger ages. I have already shown that this was undeniably a function of NUX's.
Like, again, so we have, what the fuck did I watch? I'm 10 years old, I a boy. I just don't like that it's not safe for work, but the animation is pretty smooth. Also, I'm 11. I'm 9 when I saw the crop version. I am 7. I am not yet traumatized yet since the last time I've seen Rule 34. Lol, me being a 10-year-old child, I'm just 11.
Content, but I can't say that it was his intent. However, I can demonstrate that it was absolutely undeniable that TAKU knew that children were watching his content. The descriptions of his videos used to explicitly label them as PG-13. This disclaimer can even be found on the Monkey Comic video. That is an explicit admission that TAKU was fine with 13-year-olds seeing this stuff, but we can do better. Months before the Monkey Comic video and the Animal Crossing video, TAKU saw one of his child fans with his own eyes. On October 31st of 2020, he requested his audience to email him the most cursed NSFW videos or memes for a chance to win $1,000. No limit on how horrible it is. Despite requesting NSFW content, the announcement does not list a minimum age, so TAKU was giving a financial incentive to minors to find the worst NSFW content they could. After a day,
And again, this dude, like, creates content that appeals to minors.
he'd already received thousands of submissions. He would review these submissions a month later in a video with Oompaville and Iron Mouse.
I've never even pondered the thought that we could have lolly and Guro and bondage all in one thing. That's amazing.
Oh my god.
Among those submissions was a video that one of TAKU's child fans had recorded of themselves.
Oh, what? Bro.
I don't even know what that was.
That was some kid just sent you a video of them shitting and then shooting a dog with a Nerf gun.
It would be really funny not to provide the full context.
Oh, what? bro.
If you're scared of getting sued, this ain't the move.
That was some kid just sent
for
you a
real.
video of them shitting and then shooting a dog with a Nerf gun.
Wait, what the fuck?
But I'll do so anyway. It's not
That's my reaction. This entire fucking video.
CSAM. It's some little boy farting into their phone camera. Then they shoot at their dog with a Nerf gun. There's no nudity, and you can't even see their face. However, they are clearly a child, and based on the size of their hand, a very young one at that. There's also no sign of TAKU getting parental consent to publish this video. So he's published a video of someone's child without consent and mixed it in with a bunch of reactions to Lolly Bondage Guro comics.
So, like, you have a video of, like, some kid being, like, you know, arguably just a silly dude, like, haha, here's a fart and then a shot. But it's mixed in with all this other degenerate shit.
My god.
This competition was not a one-time thing. It was a whole series, and the total number of emails they received in the end was around 10,000. Whether he intends it or not, by showing this video, TAKU is signaling to the children in his audience that they are welcome to participate.
That says,
in
hello,
the
children, this could be you.
rest of the series, TAKU shows lots of adult websites and links to them fully uncensored. Not
Shows the links fully uncensored is what the guy meant.
only that, there are many instances in these videos where TAKU fails to hide the names of the people sending these emails. So he has solicited children to send him porn, and now he's doxing them to his audience. But that's besides the point here. TAKU absolutely knew that children were not only watching, but engaging with his content and his community. Did that cause him to reconsider his content decisions? No. A couple months later, he released a Twitch song, then the Monkey Comic video, and then the Animal Crossing video. Not only did he
So this guy, within a few months, he released a song talking about how bad Twitch thoughts were. Then he released a comic that we didn't go over because, frankly, it's just not safe for life. He released a video about a comic of some girl getting basically raped by monkeys in a zoo. And then I guess now whatever's coming up.
not change, he began criticizing Twitch for exposing minors to adult content, despite exposing minors to far worse things. So there's a rough outline of the mass child mind poisoning machine that TAKU operated and made a ton of money from. We have already seen some of the community interactions in the comments of his
So does anyone know the source pick for the use of the thumbnail? Found in list 10 minutes, like people asking for the sauce or whatever. I was watching the Moist Critical hit piece, lol. I kind of hate Moist Critical. I haven't seen it. I think he's just kind of like he's a very dry, chill person. Hate is strong, I dislike him. Fair. I don't necessarily have an opinion one way or the other. I think the guy is fine. He needs a haircut. He does have quite long hair, but hey man, that's his thing. I need a haircut, frankly. My hair is like way too long. Excuse me.
videos. But that's only scratching the surface. Let's go back to 2019.
So, the announcement portion of this video is as follows. My favorite of PewDiePie's videos are his Luai videos, where he gets to see how his community memes around his own content. I personally love that style video. How the community itself can come together, because it's not just the YouTuber or the YouTuber's content that's enjoyable, but it's the idea of this little community forming. So, I am creating a NUX TAKU subreddit, which will not be called NUX TAKU because someone already made r/.
In another effort to imitate PewDiePie, in 2019, NUX TAKU founded his own subreddit, r/NUX TAKU submissions. Nowadays, it's a hentai dumping ground, but back then, it was full of memes about anime and children's cartoons.
Hey, stop touching weird places. Don't worry about it. It's flat anyway. Destruction 100. Ho ho ho. Huge roast there. That's like the ultimate hentai logic as well.
But this is NUX TAKU we're talking about. So there were also posts about hentai. For several years, the Reddit had no moderation other than NUX TAKU. And on one occasion in 2020, the Reddit was spammed full of hentai.
There were thousands, nay.
So, like, again, this guy's creating this community. There's no age verification. There's nothing. It's just, yeah, you know, do that. Let's, I want to move on to something a little bit worse, though. I'm good, brother. Hurting for my baby girl. Yeah, but, well, I mean, you know, Weld, hopefully, baby Weld will find a better boy. All right, there's a better man than that.
To ask. On December 30th of 2021, NUX TAKU would launch his Discord server.
That's right, I opened a public Discord server. I swore to myself I would never do it because the degeneracy would be too much, and the degeneracy is already too much. So join that Discord server. It's a public server. It's open. 16 or older though, please?
I am happy that he has a minimum age rule this time, but setting it to 16 is a massive self-report that he is aware that a large chunk of his audience is underage.
So again, he is signaling to his audience of young, like, kids who are saying they were 9, 10, 11 looking at these things that, yeah, dude, join the subreddit, but be 16, you know? Or I'm sorry, not join the subreddit, join the Discord, but be 16. Like, it's just
it's also highly questionable, given his decision to launch the server with a set of NSFW channels, including an NSFW voice.
So you have voice channels that are not safe for work. And you have the like, this is just insane.
Channel. To be honest, I was surprised that there were NSFW channels when the server rules said 16 and up, because NSFW is supposed to be 18 and up. I mean, if you already watch NUX, fair. To be clear, those channels were supposed to be only for adults. But given the state of Discord's age verification, setting a channel into NSFW mode doesn't really do anything to stop minors from accessing it. All they have to do is lie about their age to Discord. The channels were fortunately removed 6 days after the server was open to the public. The announcement of their removal does mention issues like minors sneaking in by lying about their age. However, the main reason was that having NSFW channels disqualified the server from Discord partnership. Some users protested. NUX's content already involved a lot of NSFW media, so why not allow people to post it in his community? A staff member responded that the age group of the Billies, that being the name of NUX TAKU's fandom, wasn't appropriate for it. So even NUX TAKU's Discord staff members knew that a large chunk of his audience were minors.
So again, people know it's not even like a fucking like hidden thing that this dude is creating these.
Decision to have NSFW channels on the server was already questionable in the first place, but it becomes even more questionable when you remember that NUX TAKU made that predator catfishing video months earlier.
I wanted to make this sort of an educational topic and bring light to an issue that's really big. There's a lot of predators on Discord, like a lot.
There's a lot of predators on Discord, like a lot.
How do you make a video raising awareness of Discord predators, but then set up a Discord server which will facilitate adult conversations between adults and minors? But hey, they deleted the NSFW channels quickly, so the problem is solved, right?
Yes, Beef, yes. Guys like this are the reason you have to provide ID. You are correct. This fucking
Not necessarily. NUX TAKU shouted out to Discord on December 28th on his Twitch, and December 30th on YouTube. His audience floods in, there's problems with minors showing up in the NSFW channels, and then they find out that having them at all would disqualify them from Discord partnership. Instead of wiping them out instantly, they announce they'll be deleted in 2 days. Why? So that people can pay their respects to a Discord goon channel? I saw a member of the council mention that the users on the NSFW channels set up their own fan NSFW server, which I have to guess the staff allowed them to promote on those channels. I can't confirm that since those channels are now gone, but I saw one user even in the general channel promoting their own NSFW server. So all of those minors who were lying about their age in the first.
So this some people are just dumb and go, I'm 15, or when we had Not Safe for Work, some people, mind you, said they were 16 or 17.
First place, and accessing the NSFW channel on NUX's server would just get funneled to that fan server instead. Who was moderating it? Who knows? What age verification standards were they going to uphold, assuming the admins are not minors themselves, or even worse, adult predators? There's a lot of those on Discord apparently. I'd like to remind you at this point that Ava Chris Tyson's Discord server was private when the NSFW channels were...
Whoa, Robert Duvall dying? Holy fuck, hold on. Sorry. "95 years old, yeah. Fuck, he did die. Damn. He died peacefully. At least. Fuck. That sucks. He was really good. Oh yeah, he was in the first 2 Godfathers, that's it. Well, that's nice. He died peacefully at his home. That's pretty sick. Sorry, totally just ruined the content.
Open in 2018. It was closed when the server was open to the public in January 2019.
I mean, we've literally fucked the internet so badly, we're going to need to be providing ID for everything online soon. So lame. And I hate that shit. I don't want to provide my ID for stuff. Like, yeah, sure, I'm cool with face doxing myself. I don't really give a fuck. But like, it's so fucking bad. Because the internet used to be way cooler. But, you know, anything this big, anything good that gets too popular, it must be cut down. It's just how it goes. It's just how it goes.
Tyson's case, the drama, was about Lava GS, Nathan, and apparently a handful of other minors being present on the server while it was private. The initial accusations made by Prison 42 also included claims of Tyson grooming Lava GS, but...
Sorry guys, I don't know why I'm yawning so much. I might have to, if I don't stop, I'm gonna have to cut the stream.
No evidence for that was ever found. The Discord just had NSFW content available to minors. By those standards, NUX/TAKU's Reddit was already way worse, and his Discord way worse 4 years after Tyson's Discord, when there was more of a general awareness of these issues. Tyson's server apparently still had sexual chats or juvenile banter after it went public, but looking at the kinds of terms that were frequently used on NUX's Discord, there was plenty of that to go around. If NSFW content was now banned from NUX/TAKU's Discord, how did they handle NUX/TAKU's NSFW content? If the thumbnails contained NSFW content, the staff members would remove their embeds. Darn NUX using blatantly NSFW thumbnails that stay in the Discord cache after he censors them. Some users would still post NSFW images from NUX's content or the content of his friends, and the staff, despite reacting to them, wouldn't delete them. God damn it, NUX. We're trying to keep the order. In a recent one, he used a thumbnail from an actual porn video. Ah, okay, so NUX again with the nip slip, I see. This is Pokemon-branded Lolly Bestiality in January 2022. According to the Wayback Machine, this thumbnail was left like this for months. This is on par with his idea to make Twitch streamers say the N-word. We removed the embed.
How are kids gonna learn now?
NUX is pushing the limits, Lamau. What is he pushing the limits of?
Dude, that's like, yeah.
Thumbnail of his latest video. Then why he do it non-censored then? That's the big question. Here's a bigger question. If the age group of NUX's audience is too young for his Discord community to have NSFW channels, but most of the people on this server came from NUX's channel, why is the content of that...
Oh, it's Connor live. Okay, well, we can see what he's up to. This stream is kind of iffy anyway. It was a little shaky doing drama. I'm not normally one to do it, and I'm just kind of letting the video play. So we'll see what Connor's up to. If his shit's good, maybe we'll just watch him. Let me see. I don't know who half these people are anymore. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even see him live. Got Papa Goot. Let me see. I prefer Destiny drama. Destiny drama is a lot more fun, yeah. Oh, and then there's a song somebody wanted me. Oh, there's a auto tune. I didn't even realize this is what you were talking about. Anonymous.
Seems co-conspirators have you indicted. How many perpetrators are you even?
The Dow right now is over 50,000. I don't know why you're laughing. That's what we should be talking about. The Dow right now. S&P at almost 7.
Yeah, dude, that shit was great. I watched that. I watched Nicholas Diorio's video, Brother Kaiju. It was all good. Enjoy your flight, brother. I hope you get there safe. Please, 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 please. I remember daily dial-up porn. Jesus.
Dow. The American people need to know this. Need to know how is the Dow.
Let me address the survivors because that's
how is the Dow.
Seems co-conspirators.
That's fantastic. We might honestly start stream with this. Dial-up enter. Looking back, how do we get by? Dude, I don't even know. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how the fuck we did it. How anybody did it.
What I'm assuming they're really asking is there are liberals who are into tech, like Hutch. Hutch is into tech, but then there's liberals who are not into tech, like Pisco, And they've given me flack because I'm giving the techno-feudal lords in the United States of America too much grace with their attempts to advance technology through political deregulation. And so they're like, whoa, well, you're just buying into like the bullshit dreams of these like techno-feudalist freaks. But the truth is, like, there are a lot of cool things that we could do as a species in the next few centuries that would actually change the game. So I would be down to discuss that, both technology that we could do here on this planet, but also technology.
Connor's not into tech.
We should talk about
he's
how
a boomer when it comes to
big your
technology.
mouth
That's
can
his,
get.
that's his fault though. He's a little boomery, and we love our boomer. We love our boomer. Yeah.
The planetary Gooniver, yeah,
The Gooniver.
But yeah, so I mean, like, I would be ecstatic to have somebody push back against me on it and also kind of interrogate the idea and all that.
No, Connor, don't you fucking yawn. You're gonna make me yawn, you
truth
piece of
is,
shit.
Avatar is fucking sick, right?
It's,
I mean,
it's any second now. Any second now, it's gonna hit me.
I'm cheering for the Marines, but Avatar's sick. There's another sapient species, but they're, you know, less technological.
Losers like my stream. You better go like Connor's stream too.
Sophistic than we are, but they also are
If you were the rich family, you had call waiting and the twin line receiver, so you didn't have to unhook the payphone off the wall and plug in the computer in the family room. Damn, that is real rich shit. Well, I didn't even know they did that shit.
Rival sapient species in space, and the answer is yeah, probably. Like if a species is sapient and like we're Homo sapiens sapiens, we're the animals that think about thinking. And so if we encounter a species of like similar or higher or slightly lower intellect, we probably have like some kind of moral duty to them to try to communicate and reach a diplomatic solution. But then also, how far do you take that diplomatic tolerance is another.
If you're enjoying the stream, smash that. Oh, is he doing Panelverse?
And the truth is that the distances that we imagine between star systems are so incredibly vast, and the technology that we have is so incredibly.
Is he doing Why is the Panelverse in here? That's so weird. That's so weird.
Could be one of those things that like I don't know, the Greeks are like, it's impossible to fly as a human. We'll never fly as a human. And then 2,000 years later, you're like, ha ha ha, stupid Greeks. Now we have commercial airliners. So it's entirely possible that I could dismiss jump technology as not possible. And then there's some like technological development 5,000 to 10,000 years from now that makes jump technology possible. But the truth is that it's kind of looking like we're bumping into a hard limit with the speed of light. It seems like once you get past the speed of light, like the rules of physics break down, and we really don't.
Did Connor even get on this point, by the way? Does anybody know?
Understand how, to the point that we don't know if we'll ever unlock the secrets of the quantum plane. So yeah, we might be limited to long march ships, which are effectively just ships with a shitload of thrust.
Is he just talking?
But the truth is that the ships with
Connor's living my dream.
Thrust,
I'm talking shit right now, but he's living my dream, just yapping about like sci-fi shit, and people are like trickling in. That's the fucking dream, man. That's the fucking dream. Making sure live chat's open. No, that's Top Chat. Top Chat sucks. There we go.
So basically, like whatever you said, and then there's also time dilation. So it seems like what
he's just talking about all of it.
There, it is gone. So for instance, like let's say that what is it? Is it Alpha Centauri is like the nearest star system? If we sent out robots to Alpha Centauri, we probably wouldn't hear back from them for a really long time. I think potentially like centuries or millennia. And that would be presuming that we have enough fuel in order to get there.
Yeah, but like, what if we did see them like tomorrow?
Heard from them like 2,000 to 3,000 years ago. We could explore the Alpha Centauri system and get some information back about whether or not there was any habitable planets. But then once we get the habitable planets and then we send colonists out there, well, then we're talking about like another few thousand years of separation between the colonists. The colonists will spend not that long going out there, but to the people on Earth, it's going to be a long time, and they're probably going to die. Like we can travel in our own local solar system without there being that much of a time dilation, But as soon as you leave the solar system, time dilation calculations get pretty fucking big.
True.
I would have to take a look.
True, because of gravity and time and all that shit. It's
Matter
wild.
of fact, let me take a look. If humans were able to travel,
Fell Runner, I see you. Honestly, I may not keep the stream going too much longer. If Connor's stream is going to be popping off, which I mean, it'd be cool to see what he's doing. I don't feel like my energy is there, and I'm honestly really like I'm pretty tired. I don't know when it happened. So we'll keep it going until he starts talking to people, and then once he starts talking to people, we'll come back, or we'll end it.
It would take approximately 5 years, while for the traveler on the ship, it would take approximately 0.62 years. That's 90% of the speed of light.
For the marketplace of ideas, based. No, time dilation depends on the velocity and how deep you are in the gravitational well. So like, Bud, you might have to get in there, bro.
Traveled to Alpha Centauri at half the speed of light. How long would it take? Traveling to Alpha Centauri would be 9 years at 50% of the speed of light. Okay. And then time dilation.
Just double your results.
Traveling to Alpha Centauri at light speed. Wait, hold on. Time dilation, travel to Alpha Centauri at light speed.
You got to make sure no Matt Damon
Traveling
types
to
don't fuck
Alpha
over any
Centauri,
space vision.
4.37 years at nearly light speed.
I won't yell at you tonight for not locking in, only because I know where you will be, but this is your only get out of jail free card, okay? So thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Weld. Bud said he did those calculations based. Hold on, let me just type to Jonah, and then yeah, I think I will end it. I'm not there. I thought it was gonna be there tonight. It just wasn't it, you know? And that happens, and luckily I'm just doing this for fun, so yeah, we're not even close to the 50% speed of light. Understanding that me standing next to a person that is running by is observing the universe from an entirely separate time and space is mind-blowing. True, Fell Runner, true. Real recognized grill.
What happens to the
so yeah, I'll be in chat with over on Connor's stream. Let me go ahead and put that out for you guys so everybody can see it. Stick to Destiny drama. It's way better, but the NUX TAKU stuff was fun. For me, because I fucking can't believe that, man. But anyway, thanks for coming out, guys. I appreciate you. Next time we'll stick to Destiny drama if we do any drama, you know, we'll see if we can get more drama frogs. But outside of that, I might be swapping back into gaming stuff unless more politics stuff pops up. We'll see how it goes. All of time and space and relative, that's true. But anyway, 07, my gentle sirs. Oh god, that killed me. 07, everybody. We'll see you next time later. Bye, Wednesday.